Alaska Airlines Flight 261 is cruising up in the sky. The aircraft MD-80 is a quite popular aircraft with its two engines at the back style. But then the tail malfunctions and the plane's nose dips down towards the Pacific Ocean. Pilots struggle to bring the plane back up, and they succeed. But soon after, the same thing happens. But now it's even worse, since the plane is going to be inverted. But there's a big city, and the pilot doesn't want to crash the plane in the city, so he wants to crash the plane in the sea instead. A United Airlines sees the plane nosedive inverted towards the Pacific Ocean. Even though the pilot crashed the plane in the Pacific Ocean, he has saved thousands of lives from the city. But what exactly caused the plane to malfunction like that? Well, it should be a maintenance problem. And that's a theory, but that's still not quite sure. And bits of the tail have fell apart due to improper maintenance. And that's the reason Alaska Airlines 261 has crashed. But that's just a big theory. It could have been something else. Maybe high winds and other expectations. Even the United Airlines could have said something about it, but we're still not sure. But the plane was heading straight towards the city, and the pilot didn't want to crash the plane in the city, because it was obviously kill lots of people. So instead, if he would crash, he would at least want to do it at the sea, right? Because no one would die, except for the people in the plane, which is what happened to this plane. But still doesn't explain why the tail got malfunctioned and caused this whole crash. Investigators quickly discovered the parts and still are figuring out why the tail done that. We don't know. But another theory is that we had the maintenance problem and the wind problem, but the wind problem isn't quite sure, and it's probably the maintenance problem. And even McDonnell Douglas has something to do with it, since they also need to figure out why the tail erupted like that.